Before you spend any coin from your pocket, take a look at these 4 coins. Millions of people have owned coins just like these. Most never check them. Most never look twice. And that's exactly why important details are often missed. Today we're going to examine 4 coins that continue to attract attention from collectors. One of these coins has become especially interesting to coin hunters. But don't try to guess which one just yet. Because before we reveal it, you need to understand what collectors are actually looking for. Tiny details. Rare varieties. Unexpected features. And sometimes differences that most people never notice. So stay with me until the end. Because the final coin we're going to examine is the 1997 2p coin. And once you see what collectors check on this coin, you'll never look at pocket change the same way again. Have you ever wondered whether a coin sitting quietly in your pocket could be worth for more than its face value? Most people never think twice about the coins they receive in change. They spend them, drop them into jars, or leave them forgotten in drawers for years. But collectors see coins differently. To a collector, every coin tells a story. A story about history. A story about the people who used it. A story about the country that produced it. And sometimes, a story about unexpected value. Today we're exploring one of the most interesting coins that continues to attract attention from collectors across the United Kingdom and around the world. The 1997 UK 2p coin. At first glance, there's nothing unusual about it. Millions of these coins were produced. Millions were spent in shops. Millions passed from hand to hand without anyone paying special attention. Yet decades later, collectors are still examining these coins carefully. Why? What makes an ordinary coin interesting enough for collectors to search through old coin jars and pocket change? The answer lies in understanding how coin collecting works. Many people believe that a coin becomes valuable simply because it is old. But that's not always true. There are coins hundreds of years old that sell for surprisingly little money. At the same time, there are modern coins only a few decades old that collectors eagerly search for. The real factors are rarity, condition, demand, historical significance, and sometimes minting mistakes. And that's exactly where the story of the 1997 2p coin begins. Let's travel back to 1997. The United Kingdom was experiencing major changes. Technology was advancing rapidly. Mobile phones were becoming more common. The internet was beginning to enter everyday life. And throughout the country, millions of coins were being produced by the Royal Mint to support everyday commerce. Among those coins was the familiar 2p piece. Most people carried it without giving it a second thought. A quick purchase at a shop. A bus fare. A newspaper. A snack. The coin moved through daily life almost unnoticed. But every coin that leaves a mint begins a journey. Some are lost. Some are damaged. Some are melted. And some survive in extraordinary condition. Years later, those surviving examples often become the focus of collector interest. The 1997 2p coin features Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side. For many collectors, coins bearing Queen Elizabeth II represent an important chapter in British history. Her reign lasted longer than that of any other British monarch. Throughout those decades, her portrait appeared on countless coins. Different portrait designs were introduced over time. Each portrait tells its own story about a particular era. When collectors examine a coin, they often pay close attention to these details. Even small differences can make certain coins more desirable than others. Turning the coin over, we see the famous Prince of Wales feathers design. This design has become one of the most recognizable images on British coinage. The feathers, coronet, and ribbon create a striking appearance that many collectors appreciate. For most people, it's simply a design. For collectors, it's part of a larger historical tradition. But here's where things become interesting. Not every coin leaves the mint exactly the way it was intended. Coin production is a complex industrial process. Massive machines strike metal blanks with enormous force. Millions of coins are produced every year. Whenever millions of items are manufactured, mistakes occasionally happen. And when those mistakes occur on coins, collectors pay attention. A tiny error. A misplaced design element. An unusual strike. A production anomaly. Any of these can transform an ordinary coin into something far more interesting. That possibility is one reason why collectors continue searching through old coins. Every coin represents a chance. A chance to discover something unusual. A chance to find a variety most people overlook. A chance to uncover a hidden treasure hiding in plain sight. And that's exactly why thousands of collectors continue examining 1997 2-pence coins today. But before we discuss potential varieties, collector demand, and what makes some examples stand out, we need to understand another important factor. Condition. Condition is everything in coin collecting. Two identical coins can have dramatically different values depending on their state of preservation. One coin may be heavily worn after years of circulation. Another may have remained untouched for decades. The difference can be remarkable. Collectors use grading systems to evaluate coins. These systems help determine how much original detail remains. The sharper the details, the more attractive a coin may be to collectors. And sometimes, an exceptionally preserved coin can become highly desirable.